Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Now it is back. Carrow Road, tomorrow afternoon. League football has returned. Wow. It feels like the international break went on for flipping years, and I mean years. It's over, it's done with, we've been through it, we've seen England get beat, we've seen England get a win, and now we're talking about seeing the Boro hopefully continue our unbeaten run. We have to continue it again tomorrow at Carrow Road, Norwich City. Many can say it's a bogey ground. I, for one, might say the same. I say, you know what it is, because Boro, I know when they're obviously in our playoff sort of era, we obviously went to the playoffs and obviously Norwich beat us, that's fair play. But since then, really, we haven't really had much success there. I always remember the game at Carrow Road. I don't even want to remember it, but the one that I always remember is Dean Ashton, and when I say that name, many Boro fans might remember him. Yeah, Dean Ashton. Basically, what had happened is we were 4-1 up, and we had about 10 minutes to play, and we gave it away and drew 4 each. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how that happened, but it happened, and that's one of the memories that I wish I didn't remember. And the other happy memories when Albert Adoma scored a back post off a corner and beat him 1-0, and went to the playoff final. You know what happened there, but it is what it is. You know, Norwich City away tomorrow. It's a long way to go, man. It's such a long journey. But I tell you what, when you get there, it's a really, really, really nice part of England. I went down to both areas. I thought, you know what it is? They are nice areas. I say nice people down there in Norfolk. Not bad at all. But like I say, Norwich City, Carrow Road. We all know about this team. So Maddison, so Murphy. Have they been the same since this season? Not really, you would say. You know, they've really been on a great form. Winning only one of the last 6, obviously. Every single championship team's now played 6 games in this division so far, going into tomorrow, and these have only won 1 of them. So don't take it for granted. Don't say, oh, you know, it's going to be a walkover. It's not going to be a pushover or a walkover, however you want to put it. I think it's going to be a tough game. Last season, it was very, very tight. But had a man sent off, Rudiger Stead. Madison, I believe it was Madison that scored. I might be wrong, but I believe it was Madison that hit a shot from the edge of the box. Went in, played him at the Riverside. They did us 1-0 down here as well. Did a double on us, took 6 points off us. Do we want to try and not let it happen again? Yes, absolutely. Momentum is key, Tony Pugh said in his press conference earlier on. Momentum is key in this league, and I completely agree with him. The fact that we've had an international break when we were on such a good form, is that going to affect us? Well, that's not trying to think negative, trying to think positive and say, no, it isn't. You know, that's what we want to hope. I feel that's what everybody wants to hope for. But listen, tomorrow's going to be tough. You know, it's not going to be an easy game. And I'm not going there expecting Boro to do a 3-0 pushover like Leeds did. I'm believing that, you know, it's going to be an hard game. I think they're going to be well set up. But again, I take confidence in the fact that Boro haven't conceded since opening day against Millwall. The fact that Boro are still unbeaten. And you know, I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm just putting the facts out there. Obviously, you know, that's all I'm doing. And that's what's giving me confidence at the minute. And I think tomorrow, if we can get the early goal, and don't sit back on it, I think if we can get the early goal and get another one, then Boro should have the game there and then done. I believe. And we can Boro and get 2-0 before half time. Yeah, I would say there and then a Boro pretty much cruise into a victory and hopefully carry it on. I'm going to go 2-1 tomorrow, by the way, for the Boro game. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Middlesbrough. You know, I was going to say, do I see us losing, but I don't want to jinx anything, but I just feel really confident at the minute in Boro. And I feel like even if tomorrow isn't the result that we wanted, going to our next game, which is obviously Wednesday night against Portland, I would still take confidence into that one because I know Tony Pulis is the man for us, and I know the way that the team's playing at the minute, it's playing brilliantly, and everybody's playing for each other. There's a proper togetherness, and it's a proper togetherness, and there is also a lot of momentum in the squad. So yeah, I'd take a lot of confidence in tomorrow. I really do. Norwich fans, let me know how do you think your season's gone so far. And Boro fans do the same. Comment down below with your predictions, please, and also check out my social medias in the link in the description. So, Norwich City is getting from Daniel Farke, who was obviously manager there last season when they did a 1-0 at Carrow Road. He's still the boss there, the stadium Carrow Road. Founded in 1902. The last 5 games, they actually beat Preston, which is a brilliant result. Let's not get it wrong. It's a brilliant result against Preston. Because towards the end of the season, sometimes they do drop off. But midpoint of the season, they're a really hard team to beat, you know, and Preston are normally up there, so it's a decent result for Norwich. Drew 1-1 with Ipswich, and you know, I seen a picture of that game, and I thought it's mad. Like, it was mad. Like, so normally, whenever you play like your local rival, you'd be nowhere near each other, like be separated. These weren't. Like, it was dead weird. Like, if Norwich fans, Ipswich fans come across this video, or if you're watching this, can you please explain to me in the comment section down below how fierce the rivalry is now? I'm not trying to take the mick out of it. I'm being completely honest. I'm just confused as a football fan. Seen the picture on social media, And he had an Ipswich fan here, a Norwich fan sat next to him, and the student stood at the end of the run. I'm thinking, that's mad. Like, imagine doing that. Like, imagine that being Celtic v Rangers or Manchester Derby or something, or North London Derby, having like one of their fans sat next to each other, and nothing happened. Like no kickoffs or anything. Let me know. Is it really that fierce, or is that just a bit of a myth? And why did that happen? Why the hell did they have Ipswich fans and Norwich fans sat right next to each other? It didn't make sense to me, but that's going off subject. But that's a bit that just confused me a little bit. In terms of the losses, they lost to West Brom at home 4-3, lost to Sheffield United away 2-1, and lost to Leeds at home 3-0. Now, one thing that we can say is Norwich score goals in their last 5 games. They've actually scored in 2 of them, and then obviously in the last other 3 they haven't scored at all. So in terms of at home, yeah, you know, they're doing all right. You know, in terms of these games that are in front of me, they've actually scored 3 goals at home, 1 away, another 1 away there, so 2 away. It's not bad, but at the same time, they've never really replaced Maddison for me, and never really replaced Murphy. I think them 2 key players there, when you get rid of them, I know it's a lot of money, listen, 20 million plus for Maddison, you can't turn it down, the same as us and Traore, release clause or not. You know, if a team would have come in 20 million plus, you would have probably had to accept it. And listen, I mean, it's all about finding them players to replace them players. Now, luckily for us, Traore gone, and our teams just kept going. Or should I say, it's even cranked up another level. And Norwich have lost Maddison, and to me, it seems like they've gone down a peg or 2. But no doubt, like I said, it's early on in the season, they probably will bounce back during the season. League table, obviously, as I already said, they're 17th, they're on 5 points, but a win could take them to 14th. That isn't bad at all, you know, but, you know, in terms of their form overall, they've lost 3, drawn 2, and won 1. Like I said, by tomorrow night, they could be 14th to beat the Boro. Boro sit second, and tomorrow, if we win and Leeds lose, or if Leeds draw and we still win, then we could go top. Maybe it's just a couple of points clear. Boro have won 4 games and drawn 2, going and beating the last 6 games so far, which is mental. I always remember that Millwall game, to how we ever came back. It was just, I can't put it into words. I don't know how we did it, but that for me there was probably one of the best away days in a long time. You know, the fact that we were down and out. Well, should I say that's the way it looked. 86 minutes. I looked at the floor in my seat and I looked up at the sky, and then bang, Braithwaite scores. And then obviously we get one later on, and it was just crazy, man. Crazy in that way, and limbs went everywhere. In terms of top goal scorers, they haven't got many goals between them, but the same as the Boro ones, really. I'm going to pronounce the names as clear as I can for the Norwich side. The top scorer being Timu Pukki, I believe his name is. 3 goals, 1 assist. They've got Onel Hernandez, 2 goals and 3 assists. And then X-Man Jordan Rhodes, who will probably play tomorrow. And, you know, what happens when ex-players come against the Boro? They often score past us. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Jordan Rhodes is there with 2 goals. In terms of Boro, Martin Braithwaite, who we've already seen, actually, Tony Pugh's had a chat. And apparently he's back on now. He's focused, Martin Braithwaite. He really wants to play for us again. So let's see how he plays if he does play tomorrow. Braithwaite's on 3, Sambaronga's on 2, and Ashley Fletcher's on 2 as well. And as I already mentioned, you know, Norwich City came here last season, went away to their place, and they did us 1-0 in both games. So let's say, you know, when they came down, they went away there last season. It was tough, but Norwich City got both the goals in the first half of and it was hard. It was difficult. It was hard, and it was really, really difficult to try and come back in them games, which we never did. Boro didn't. Well, I do remember the home game. When Norwich beat us 1-0, and they scored, obviously, and then they defended really, really well. I remember their whole back line was just so solid. So what I do know about Norwich, and what's maybe important to know, is that when they score, especially home or away, against West Brom and stuff like that, of course it didn't happen, but at times last season, especially at home, whenever they score, they sit back, and it was rock hard to break them down. Their back line is very, very strong. And okay, I know they've leaked goals. But like I say, man, don't be fooled by tomorrow. This ain't going to be a walk in the park. But I don't believe it will be. I believe every single game now. Listen, man, you see it in the Premier League, you see it in every single division. If a team's at the top of the table, every single team that plays that team at the top wants to beat them. Like they put 110% inside their cup final. With us being second, with them being 17th, so with them obviously being 17th. Norwich will know tomorrow if they can get a victory against Boro, it's going to be amazing. Confidence is going to shoot, momentum's going to be high. We've got to keep them out tomorrow, and if Boro get the early goal, we've got to do what they did to us last season and just push them back. Don't let them get through, just push them back. And so far this season, we've seen that in teams. So it's really important that we keep it going. And hopefully tomorrow, the travelling Boro fans can be rewarded for their travels. Let's go through my team. I didn't know what formation I think to pick from, because who knows, it could change it tomorrow. Hugo might play, or Braithwaite might come back in. But I've just gone for what I think he might play. So Randolph's in goal. The back three, Flint, Frat, Ayala. Right wing back, Ryan Shotton. Left wing back, George Friend. Clayton Howson. On the inside of the right sort of channel, Stewie Downing. It kind of on the left side, but kind of in behind the Sambalongas with Besic. And then obviously up top is the Sambalonga. If you get what I'm saying, then great. If you don't, then it's fine. Because I was trying to think, like, do you take Besic out and put Braithwaite in, or does he start, you know, who knows, right? Who knows what team's going to play tomorrow? Because we have that much sort of, you know, we have that sort of options at the minute. You know, you got like the Savile who's just come in. You got obviously Danny Batov as well. He's just come in. You've got Besic who's recently just signed. Jordan Hugill who's in there as well. So you know what is, yeah, Boro have a load of selection in there, and it's just about who can he play tomorrow, who's gonna play, who's gonna perform. So it's one of them whereabouts I believe that any team that plays right now, as long as they're gelled into our starting 11, you know what I mean, have confidence in the boys. Safe travels tomorrow to every single Boro fan travelling down to Norwich. Have a good day, enjoy it. 2-1 from me, that's what I'm going for. 2-1 to the Boro. Let me know your score down below, and if you're going to the match, let me know how you get in there, what time you're setting off, because I'm leaving at 6:30, but I'm going to be wearing the red and white, the Boro, this shirt. Can't wait, bring it on. Up the Boro.